everyone. Thanks so much for joining me for another edition of I Choose You. You know that ever since the show has started, it's been one life story after the other. This show is all about trying to get people's real life experiences, that particular choice they made, that the other, one testimony after the other. If you're still not following us on social media, please do. On YouTube, you'll find us on I Choose You Talk Show. On Instagram is at I Choose You Talk Show. On Facebook, I Choose You Talk Show. And on Twitter, you can find us on at I Choose You Talk One. My name is Christine Jaka. And like I said earlier, today my guest is somebody who has tasted it when it comes to fame. He's been out there. He did a lot of collaboration in terms of music with the likes of Sarkodie, Castro, D Black, and the rest. And now he said that he's laying down his tools to do the work of God. He's trying to win souls for the kingdom. What a decision. What prompted such a decision? It only takes someone who is very courageous to be able to arrive at that. So today we are going to be talking about making critical decisions. How did Mike go about all of this? My name is Christine Jaka, and I welcome you once again. Very soon we are going to start a conversation, but let me just say a little about my guest. He's been to Mentor. He won it season 4. He went to Project Fame and then became first runner-up to Chidima. From there, like I said, he did music, he sang and then collaborated with Sarkodie. Even Sarkodie featured him in a lot of his songs, and then also Castro, DJ Black, just to mention but few. I'll leave him to continue with the introduction for us. So Michael, if you can hear me, thanks so much for joining us today on I Choose You.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Michael, if you can hear me, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
So please, can you briefly tell who Michael is, your real name and everything, where you come from, your siblings and everything?
So actually, Kesse is my surname, and my full name actually is Michael Kesse Frimpong. And yes, I come from the eastern part of Ghana, Kwawu Pipiasi to be precise. And I went to, even before Mentor, I went for several auditions. I was kicked out. I was sad because I wasn't ready. I went from Gangsters on TV3, and again went for Mentor. And I won Mentor 4, I think 2008. And then 2010 too, I went for MTN Project Fame West Africa. And I was second to Chidima. I've done collaborations with almost all the artists here in Ghana. So yeah, basically that is who Kesse is. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that was a very brief and then a precise one. Though today, viewers, let me just apologize. The network isn't helping us at all. Our videos and probably the audios are breaking, so you pardon me. We are all struggling with the network, both my guest and myself, but then we'll make do with the audio and then what we have available. Mike, let's just proceed. What brought about this decision for you? We know you were doing quite well in the secular world because it's not like just easy to get the likes of Sarkodie on your record labels or however it is, but then you were able to go that far. So to say that I'm laying down the tools, I'm letting go of everything, I know how that is, because sometimes people may even think that you're crazy or you're losing it or something, but to have taken such bold decision, what has brought about all of that?
Yeah, thank you. This is a very great question and a very deep one. You know, sometimes people feel, oh, the career I say he's this, that is why he's stopping. But I'm still doing the same music, but just that I have made a U-turn that saved my life. You know, nothing great. I remember someone asked me that and then at 4 years like Ujai secular also you go to other one and also what like, and I told the person, do you want me to fall sick before I do this U-turn? And before this U-turn came through, I've been having a whole lot of dreams prompting me, this is not what I called you for. This is not what I called you for. Stop what you're doing. And I kept on doing as ordained. You know, sometimes if you are not too close to God, What dream be you say, oh, a normal dream. If you are in the Mroso, Pakudi Benkuni, quite been out there also die about because I kept on dreaming about end time. And I think the last dream I had that drew my attention was that I was in a dream, third dream. And I could see myself lying down and I was hearing this voice, Samijao Amawaba back to your body to wake up. Then you have to do my work. You have to do what I called you for. And I could see myself crying, I'll do it, please let me go, I'll do it. And I came back and I woke up. As will be a shame you so. As will be a fan so as will be a issue so. And I was holy for like few days. And I went back to the studio and recorded a song called Bugatti Container. You know, so I was there, the thing was hunting me. And I recorded a full album live, love songs, like secular music, but I put everything aside. I was like, yo, this is the time. I have to lay everything down and start again. So I see myself starting all over. So I put, I see myself starting all over. I don't see myself as like those days. Starting.
And I think that's good because you know, when such decisions or such situation, you find yourself in such situation, it's not easy. Some of us still were in another
field. The stigmatization alone.
Exactly. So I was coming to ask that, what was the confidence booster for you? Because if you don't take time, even the very close friends that you thought would say that, hey, go for it, hey, do it, would say that, are you sure you are not going crazy? So what was the confidence booster? What was the confidence booster for you?
I'll rather choose to go crazy for God because and on the other hand too, I was like, okay. So even if me, I want to dedicate my voice to Him. I want to dedicate my voice for God because He created me. So, well, stigmatization there, it is that people feel, hey, you know, so and all that. But I know what I've heard, and I know what I've seen, and I know what I've felt. And you know, people were I even said confidence booster. No, I must say, so if someone make effort, He will not help me. So He was consoling me, He was boosting me. I've lost a whole lot of friends. I had to cut a whole lot of friends because I used to be going out, nightclubs, chilling here and there, chilling and who knew fast well. So if I have to make what God has for me to come up or to be in existence, I need to cut all those things and be free because they felt oh, mayor was with there. I'll no more talk to them. But I call them, I check up on them, but those days they are gone. So the boosting there, if Bianca, I mean to be boosting, yeah.
I can see, I can tell. And what are the consequences so far? You know that, just like you said, so I like it when you said that it's like you are about starting everything afresh. It's always like that. So what are the consequences? Do you regret? Is it going the way you want? Are you still holding on to faith? What's happening?
You see, there's this song that OJ and I think something Esther Arthur or and OJ's part will answer what you just asked. He said, Okwandi tini woni penny so any you onipa ni ndiope ansuradi ni ndie ye emama kwantini wo many. It is not me. Directing me. Although imagine the cross that Jesus Christ carried for us. It's answer drew into no than a bit so or ultimate fast, ultimate finger or ben anti slow and people will bypassing or go through a whole lot of things. But if God is with you, you can never lack. Although like where I'm seeing myself, you know, if you are bear margin say but to me, I feel say God is walking me through the process.
Wow, yeah, it's actually a process, and at the beginning, sometimes it looks as if there's nothing really happening, but then when all
Yes.
starts manifesting, that is when the whole world will come to celebrate the decision you have made.
Yeah.
So, what's the difference between the Mike we knew before and the Mike now?
Okay, the name will still remain the same, and
Yeah, the
everything
personality.
will still remain. I quite remember I went radio interview. Utinu who see anything then a dressing. And I'm just no, I'm just me. Into the how should I dress? But I say, and the guy was like, no, SME, SME, and I'm like, something I made on Samson was the Rasta man. And also, so we're going back and forth. I think I'm still the same, but just that the content has changed. The website is still the same, but the content has changed. Yes.
So, can you just give me like a line of your new gospel? I know it's to me the mehumao.
Yeah. That was Mehu Yesu. That is
Yeah.
that was the first worship song I did. Mete Muama Jesus, so far, Mene Nyope, Mede Meo, Ama Jesus, so far, on Famine Nyope. Mensai me come chibio, devio. Mensai me come enquasumo bioma. Endivio, ama Jesus reason fa. On famine niope. And I did other one. Sunny when you down, sunny when you down. Sunny when you nyam, go yen so, Prisa ya wo, Sunny when you nyam, go yen so. And the ever one I call it Sweet Jesus. What can I say if I cannot breathe no more? And what can I do when my heart can't beat no more? Hey, yeah, there's nobody like you. And you brought me to a place of abundance. This is my story, and this is my song. I give you all the glory. I give it all to Jesus. You are my shelter. God is good. God is so good.
Yeah,
God is
God
so
is
good.
good. So, what are the plans now? I know that coronavirus may have slowed some of the things down
A
for
whole
you,
lot of
but
stuff,
then
yeah.
I know some singles are out. What are the plans now?
I'm actually doing an album, and even before the corona came, I was visiting the studio. And I'm writing a whole lot of songs, and I have more than an album though. But I brought up the singles to test the waters and see how people react to it. And the reception is beautiful. It's very nice and awesome. I had people like Nasi calling me and then encouraging me that the road is not that smooth. I'll meet a whole lot of potholes, but I mentioned in Yanko Konsobe and Joyce Blessing too. She encouraged me, and so it's been great and awesome. I'm working on an album, and whether corona or no corona, we are still worshiping God.
And then let me just remind you, maybe you may not know this, but the very first time I watched you perform was at a Pentecost Youth All Night Service at Trade Fair. That was, I think, immediately after you won the mentor.
Yeah. It's true.
Yes, that night I was there. So when you came and you were performing, I was like, whoa, this boy should go far to God. This good boy should like go far to like do a lot to God. But then later when you took the other one, I always like had this in mind though that night and the way you sang. So anytime I listen to your songs, I was like, okay, well, you know, you may
The
just
time
not.
will come.
So, so I guess, Mike, the time has come. Let's just try to switch off a little bit. How about relationship life? I know that when you were in the world, it will not be as equal as you are right now in God. In terms of relationship, is Mike dating? Because yeah, now my fans no more interested in this part of the interviews.
Okay, I'm not.
Right. But then looking at the relationship life when you were in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
then now that you are back, like now that you personally you've said that you're back to God, what are the things you have learned? What are the lessons you've picked and the corrections you're looking forward to make? That is in terms you get someone along the line.
Well, everybody has a past. You know, the only thing that I will say I'll look out for, because nipa dear, everybody has a mistake. Obia will mistake. Every obia no courageous if you be a man sound. So the very first thing I'll look out for, people will say beauty. People will say this. People will say beauty also counts, but as so a juwana you know, is the person ready to help you do it? Yeah. So if I remember I was chatting with this friend, and I was like kind of getting to know the person more, and some comments that she was passing made me felt, you know, say Obama will slow me down, because if you can't understand what I'm doing, then it means when I even get married to you, I may lose focus. So for now, dear, I'm just focusing on what I'm doing, and Kesse is getting married.
Yeah, we wish you all the best with regards to that. But then before I let you go or anything, I need you to advise somebody out there. There may be somebody who is at the verge of making a critical decision like yours. Because I know that you came to a point where you considered your fans, where you considered those you started with, where you considered your friends. But then you had to let all go and make such
Mhm,
public declaration. It's
mhm,
not easy looking at the stigmatization and everything. So,
mhm.
what advice do you have for people out there, especially the young ones, who are at the verge of making a critical decision and they don't know how to go about it?
I think it all boils down to determination, right? And it all boils down to like being confident. Because if you think about what people will say, my brothers and sisters, everybody will be running for his or her own life. Even my pastor always says, or although I am preaching to you, work on your salvation. So you have to go blind on people, go deaf on people. Other than that, you will never achieve what you want to. Listen to that audible voice. Listen. Say what you said, say do this, do this, do this. Do it. Even if you don't even hear it, to one among, and God will help you to achieve what you want to achieve. Because you will never move on. You want to assess yourself. If you find out say what you are doing is not needed to yourself, listen to the audible voice and then walk through it. The most important thing is do not listen to what people say. And then you will never grow. You will never grow.
Okay, so you will never go. That's what Mike is saying, that you need to listen to that audible voice, that voice that is talking to you. You need to come to the conclusion that heard, even if I haven't heard, like he said earlier, he said, even if he hasn't dedicated his voice, his song, his life to God. How about you? Are you at that period of making a critical decision? What is going to benefit you? Is it going to bring glory to the name of the Lord? If it will bring glory to the name of the Lord, I urge you that you gather some confidence and do it. So, Mike, finally, before I let you go, what have you been up to this COVID season? Have you been indoors, trying to keep safe? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow the principles, the rules. from our government. And well, I've been indoors. I rehearsed home. 2 days ago, I went out with my choir. Went to do a worship song. Like, I'm trying my possible best not to like to be under the authority of Corona. I'm going out. I'm doing what I'm doing, but the most important thing is I'm still protecting myself, because we all don't know when we will start going to church or when we'll be doing shows, and the virtual concert too is good. And this Corona is making people take some deadly decisions and all that. So if we continue, that's why I said earlier on that this thing that you guys are doing is very great, and God bless you, because there are a lot of people who are in the verge of giving up. So when they watch these things and they watch our videos, our worship, you know, it will encourage them. So thank you so much, and God bless you
Thank
and your
you
team.
too, Mike. Thank you so much. Now, your final words to the people out there, your fans. We know that there are lots of people here in the kingdom who are willing to embrace you. And like I keep saying, if today we all decide not to even work, like God fed the Israelites some time back by giving them manna, He can take care of all of us. So if He's calling anybody, I think it shouldn't be a difficulty at all to lay down your tools and run to come and work for this God. So give us your final word, and then we call it a wrap.
Yes, I must say God bless everyone, and I love you guys all, and thank you for watching, and keep on supporting Kesse. My Twitter handle is official Kesse GH, and Instagram too is official Kesse GH. Facebook is Kesse Ghana, and salute. God bless you.
God bless you so much, Kesse. So, viewers, this is where we draw the curtains on today's interview. We just wanted to hear from him how he went about those critical decisions, and we wanted to know if he has regretted. Have you regretted?
No, and I can never, even my goose will not regret.
Thank you. You heard from Kesse. He said he hasn't regretted. He will never regret that he has decided to take this path. So, like I said earlier, follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. It's I Choose You Talk Show. But on Twitter, you can find us on @I Choose You Talk One. My name is Christine Jaka. I know that you also knew that I was into sports, but now we are doing I Choose You. We are doing choices that people have made that have outturned their lives. You have heard from Kesse. Next week, we'll bring you another beautiful interview. And I know that today's interview has gone a long way to encourage you. My name is Christine, and you heard from Kesse. So, Kesse, let's say goodbye to our viewers. So, keep safe, stay indoors, wash your hands, and keep social distance. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.